Is Quran really the word of God? Muslims love to claim that Quran is infallible word of God, the creator of everything. They often quote this verse. Say, if all mankind and the jinn would come together to produce the like of this Quran, they could not produce its like, even though they exerted all and their strength in aiding one another. Quran 1788. Meaning, no one can create a book better than Quran. I've actually said it better than the creator, but never mind. Like many other claims of Islam, this is just a claim. There are plenty of books written that do not support slavery, homophobia, misogyny, killing of infidels, violence, etc. But just for the argument's sake, let's just run with the claim and analyze the Book of Quran. Let's just see for ourselves that it is indeed a masterpiece that could only have been written by a highly intelligent being. First question comes to your mind is, why did God send so many prophets in the Middle East in the time when the best way of communication was only face-to-face preaching, or maybe later, in a book? I can create a video today and it will reach more people in 24 hours than what Muhammad would have needed in a decade. Why did Allah pick one language over other languages, and a language that gets distorted so easily? Well, Muslims will say, well, all languages get distorted. Muslims will also say that Allah used Arabic because Muhammad was an Arab, hence he needed the local language. Let's look at the first claim. This is true that languages do get distorted, but this is a human problem. Why couldn't Allah create a language that wouldn't get distorted so easily? After all, He's capable of doing anything, right? He is the all-powerful, omnipotent God. Can you think of a language that doesn't get distorted? How about mathematics? Scientists call it a universal language. Now, Muslims will say, what do you want a book in mathematics? Yeah, it would have been a better choice because after all, E equals mc squared doesn't get misunderstood. Now look at the second claim. Arabic is not just a language to communicate the local Arabs of the time, but Islam makes a claim that on the Judgment Day, everyone will be speaking the Arabic. Wow, isn't that convenient for Muhammad? He doesn't have to learn any other language, while the 100 billion of us will have to learn the whole language in a day. By magic, of course. You can clearly see the bias. After all, if I'm going to invent a religion and I cannot speak any other language, of course I will pick Urdu, which is my mother tongue. Whenever there's a terrorist attack, Muslims love to say that, well, these are the misguided people. They do not understand the peaceful message of Islam. How about this verse? Then fight in the cause of Allah, and know that Allah heareth and knoweth all things. Or what about this verse? Fighting is prescribed for you, and ye dislike it. But it is possible that ye dislike a thing which is good for you, and that ye love a thing which is bad for you. But Allah knoweth, and ye know not. Quran 2:216. Oh, let's try this one. And kill them wherever you find them, and turn them out from where they have turned you out. And al-fitna is worse than killing. But if they desist, then lo, Allah is forgiving and merciful. And fight them until there is no more fitna. Quran 2:191-193. It is crystal clear that these verses can be easily taken in two manners at least. Well, fight in the way of Allah and spread Allah's message. After all, Muhammad did it. No, only fight in self-defense. ISIS or Taliban will take the first interpretation, but modern, rather less violent Muslims will take the second interpretation. This is how jihadis use young Muslim men. India has occupied Kashmir and is spreading fitna. Kill them! Or Jews have captured Jerusalem, so kill them all. I do not agree with the position of India on Kashmir or of Israelis on Palestine, but the point is, you can twist these verses any way you like, and you wonder why Islam is so violent? Again, the question is, how could the creator of everything not come up with a method that would not be so easily distorted? I know a lot of humans who have done a far better job in conveying their message than this God. How about this one? Nothing can travel faster than the speed of light in space. Albert Einstein. I'm thinking, but I can't misunderstand or distort this statement. If a man like Einstein can come up with a simple statement that doesn't get distorted, why could Allah not? This Abrahamic God is so incompetent that he could not protect his own books like Torah and Bible. So did the creator of the universe learn his lesson after at least 2 failures? But this time he said, I will make a book that no one can change. Couldn't this creator of billions and billions of galaxies control some puny little Middle Eastern desert dwellers from distorting his own message? Lastly, why did he need prophets to convey his message? If he wants people to believe in him, why could he not just download himself in the brains of every person? Is this too much to ask from a being who can do anything? It is almost as if he wants humans to fail, so this merciful and all-loving God can burn his creation in hell forever. Why was God performing all these miracles in the ancient times and not today? I mean, it was great when you were living around the time of Abraham, or Moses, or Jesus, or Muhammad, because you could see the sheep appearing out of nowhere in place of Abraham's son, splitting a Red Sea, see Jesus walk on water, or see Muhammad splitting the moon. No one saw him riding on a winged horse to heaven, though. And then he left the record of all these miracles in his ancient books? Good one, God. The rest of the generations to come are just expected to blindly believe in it, right? Islam and other religions are so messed up that they constantly need people to explain the word of their gods. In Islam, for instance, there are thousands of Muslim scholars today who interpret Quran the way they want to interpret. Let's pick some common problems in the word of Allah which has confused the living daylights out of these scholars. Earth is flat. Earth is not flat. Sun goes around Earth. Sun doesn't go around Earth. Kill an apostate. Don't kill an apostate. Evolution is correct. Evolution is not correct. And then there are books of hadith. You will not find two scholars who would agree on everything. And then there's simply incorrect Quranic verses like this. Exalted is he who created all pairs, from what the earth grows and from themselves, and from that which they do not know. Quran 36:36. Meet whiptail lizard. That is an all-female species. No males are needed. They reproduce through parthenogenesis, commonly known as asexual reproduction. So, not everything created in pairs, but Allah forgot to mention when he was revealing his message to Muhammad. There are a few other species. I will leave that to you to read a good biology book that is not written in a madrasa. So let's go with the problem of your all-powerful God. God cannot communicate with humans directly, so he sends a prophet. This prophet cannot stay alive forever, so he leaves a book. This book gets misinterpreted so easily that you constantly need mini prophets like scholars. Within these scholars, we have different types of scholars to spread the real message of God. So much confusion over the true message of God. All of this could have been avoided if the all-powerful, omnipotent God had come up with a better way to communicate with his own people. Problem solved. But no, I think he didn't think of this idea. So my fellow God-believing people, I don't intend to offend you, but I do intend to invoke critical thinking. I want you to open up your favorite holy book today and read it from cover to cover with a critical mind. The same critical mind you use when you read the opposing holy book, or let's say Theory of Evolution. Read it without any preconceived notion that it is a special book or everything in it is correct. Then ask yourself, could the creator of infinite wisdom really write this? And my fellow atheist, keep waging the war of ideas. Every comment you make, every meme you like, every video you share, you help me fighting against these jihadis. They may have guns, but we have words. Words we can use to beat them. Stay safe.